Just jumping into that, can you tell us a little bit about what happened and what is how this is ongoing now?
Can you grab the mic and maybe just hold it about right here, Mckenzie?
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
And so, yeah, this happened on Halloween 2017, 2016. I was a junior in high school. And this is in an AP classroom. And so the whole school like dressed up, and the classroom at the time we had like a contest going on for like decorate the classroom. And so when we went there, we waited outside for a bit, and then we found out that the teacher was dressed up somehow, and she was like all in character, and she was like, "Oh yeah, like put on like a witchy voice," because we didn't know what her costume was yet. And so she's like, "Come in, come in." And so we saw the door open and just kind of like smoke flooded out from the floors. So she got all decked out. We're like kind of excited, like, woo, like spooky. And so, yeah, we went in. The classroom was all dark. There's no lights. There's like a few candle lights on each desk. And let's see. Yeah, she told us to put our bags on the floor and we couldn't touch our devices. And so she's like, yeah, just put your phones up, put your bags away, and sit down. And she was kind of like assertive with this. So we're like, okay, yeah, she's getting real into character. So she explained her costume, which is a voodoo witch. Marie Laveau from, what's it called? American Horror Story. I mean, she was a real person, but yeah, based on that.
Wild to begin with.
I know. And so, yeah, that's where it was. And so we all sat down, this, that. She gave us like a papers to write down on. She asked us questions. And then she warned us at the back of the room. She just got some like new books and stuff. So like there's a box cutter there. And so she got the box cutter and she's like, to those of you who answer right are going to get marshmallows. To those of you who answer wrong. She already had a bag of dog food, but it looked like Cocoa Pebbles. And so we were just like, is this real? And she's like, yeah, like it's organic, got it from Whole Foods, it's that. I feed it to my dog. And we're like,
it's organic kibble.
Yeah. And so we're just like, you're lying. And so when the first person got it wrong, she told him to eat it. And when he didn't eat it, that's when she threatened them with a box cutter.
With a deadly weapon.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, we were just kind of all like on edge because we didn't know like if it was still part of the act or whatever. And so we kind of just were apprehensive and scared in the class. And so then it went on, threatened a few more students, gave some marshmallows, I guess. And then she called on one student at the back of the class. She's another Native American student. And this is her first time getting called, and she wasn't dressed up or anything, but she had like 2 braids. And her hair was really thick too. So like probably all my hair just for one braid. Anyways, yeah, she got called on. She wouldn't answer. She said she didn't want to. And so she's like, oh, are you sure? Like, your hair looks lovely. And then so she like picked it up, like stroked it. And she's all like, don't touch me. And so then she's like, I don't think box cutters will do. So she goes to her desk, drops the box cutters, and gets like these pair of like metal shear looking scissors. And so she goes up to her. She's like, do you like your hair? And then she's like, yeah, like she was just really timid, so you couldn't really hear what she was saying. And she just picked it up and started like cutting and cutting and cutting. Like I said, it was thick, and so it just sounded like celery, like you know how like the fibers and stuff. And it went on for like maybe like 3 seconds of just cutting. And like during those 3 seconds, the whole class was just stunned. Like, is this real? Like, did they plan this? What the heck is going on? And so we're just all like, I don't know, just gagged basically. And so, yeah, after that, the whole class just tensed up more. People were like, how come we don't have our phones out? Like, we could have recorded this. And then she dropped both of the stuff. She got a flashlight instead. She kept asking questions, like kind of like on the spot. Like she'd just flash it to you.
Like interrogation style.
Yeah, basically. And so she'd flash it on each student's face, like asking them questions, like, what are you dressed up as? What are you? And then she'd guess sometimes. And so then she went to me and she's like, and who are you over there? Because I'm like, this is like a whole row. And I was sitting like towards like the door area. And so like someone had to move back for me to, yeah. And so, yeah, she asked what I was. And she's like, I was about to explain. She's like, what are you supposed to be? And I was about to talk. And then she cut me off and she said, a bloody Indian. And I was like, what? Like, I didn't say anything at the time. I was just like stunned. And so, yeah, she's like, well, you are bloody and you are. And she cut herself off. She was going to say like Indian or something savage, whatever. And so after that, she just stopped what she was doing. She turned the lights on and she just stopped herself. It's like, all right, this is done. Y'all can leave class early. And so what I witnessed during that time of when the period of when she was cutting her hair off and like the flashlight was going around the class, I just saw the student in the back, like just sweeping up her hair and like holding back tears. And so for us in Navajo, like you're supposed to burn your hair whenever it gets cut, especially if it's like by somebody else who basically violated you. And so she was just crying at that, and I just saw her like dart out of class. I think she was the first person out. She just threw her hair in the trash, and then she just ran down the hallway. And then after that, all my classmates were asking me like, are you okay, this, that? And I'm like, where's so-and-so? Like, I want to go help her, but I already saw her go down the hallway. And so I was like, I hope she's going to the principal, or I don't know. I hope she doesn't stay silent about it. But and so that's when people like bombarded me asking questions like, oh my God, that really happened? Like, are you okay? This, that, like that was fucked up, this, that. And so then like throughout the day at school, like I kept getting asked questions and like saying that, oh, did that really happen? Like, I don't, like, tell us what happened or this, that. And I was just kind of like still stunned, like, I don't know. And so some people in the other class were like, oh yeah, that happened. Like, you can ask Kenzie about it. And so they're asking me. And then I got pulled out of class from my Native American club sponsor, Mr. Garcia at Cibola. And so he helped me out. And he was standing with that girl. And she was crying. And he's like holding her like on the shoulder, just like tapping her like that. And so they're like, so what happened in class? And she's like, so-and-so just came up to me and talked about it. And I said, oh, well, here's what happened. Like I was telling it like in great detail because I kind of held it in. So it's just like word vomit coming out. And so I started getting overwhelmed and like my voice started getting shaky. He's like, okay. She's like, you don't have to speak anymore. We're taking you down to the principal and you can talk about it to them. Miss Eastin might be there. And we're like, oh, I don't want to see her. And so I remember going down to the office. She tried like hugging me. Yeah. And being like, oh, like I didn't mean it, this, that. Like she was talking in her normal voice again. And I'm like, what the fuck? And what I found out later is that the principal actually approved her classroom and the dog food that was there. And so I thought that was wild.